Walk into any commercial martial arts school and you'll see people working up a sweat. It looks like training. It feels like training. But here's the uncomfortable question. What are they actually learning? Most martial arts schools have quietly transformed over the decades. What was once a combat discipline has become, for most students, a fitness activity. And look, there's nothing wrong with fitness. Getting stronger is good. Improving cardiovascular health is good. Having a fun way to work out is good. But let's be honest about what's happening. People are paying to get a workout while being taught moves. They learn a few kicks. They practice a few punches. They repeat combinations until they can do them without thinking, the same way you'd repeat choreography in a dance class. Then comes the moment of truth, sparring. Here's where the illusion collapses. Students who can perform beautiful techniques on the heavy bag, who can throw perfect roundhouse kicks and textbook punches, step onto the mat for sparring and something strange happens. All those beautiful techniques disappear. The roundhouse kick becomes a timid leg lift. The combinations become wild flailing. The martial artist who looked so skilled 5 minutes ago is now throwing the same 3 basic punches anyone could throw, trying desperately not to get hit, hoping to land something, anything by luck. It's not their fault. They weren't prepared. This phenomenon is most visible at the highest levels of traditional training. Watch the champions of kata, the forms competitions where martial artists perform memorized sequences of techniques with precision, power, and grace. These are the best of the best. They've spent thousands of hours perfecting movements most people can't even attempt. Now watch them spar. Something remarkable happens. All of it disappears. The beautiful spinning back kicks, gone. The intricate hand combinations, nowhere to be seen. The champion who can perform flawless kata is suddenly reduced to basic kickboxing. A few punches, maybe a front kick, lots of backing up and hoping. They throw their techniques and hope they connect. If a knockout happens, both winner and loser are often equally surprised. Neither saw it coming. Neither understood the conditions that created it. It was just luck. Here's the distinction that matters. In dance, success means executing the choreography correctly. You practice the sequence until your body can reproduce it automatically. Then you perform it. The conditions are fixed. The timing is fixed. The partner follows the script. In combat, nothing is fixed. Your opponent won't stand where you need them to stand. They won't attack when you need them to attack. They won't react the way your training partner did. They are actively trying to prevent your techniques from working, not help you execute them. If you've only trained for dance, combat will destroy you. There's a common belief that sparring is where you learn to fight. The thinking goes, you learn techniques in class, then you test them in sparring, and eventually you figure out what works. But watch what actually happens in sparring. People aren't testing techniques. They're falling back on the few things they can make work under pressure. They're not learning to apply their beautiful kata moves. They're discovering that those moves don't work the way they thought, so they abandon them. Sparring becomes survival, not learning. They try not to get hit too much. They hope to land something. If they win, it's often by points, or by a lucky shot that neither they nor their opponent saw coming. That's not combat preparation. That's organized chaos with a scoreboard. Here's what no one in the fitness model martial arts industry wants to ask. If your training actually prepared you for combat, wouldn't you know before the technique lands that it was going to land? Wouldn't you see the condition, recognize the opening, and execute with certainty, not hope? The kata champion who throws a spinning back kick in sparring and gets knocked out didn't know that was going to happen. They launched their technique and hoped. The boxer who lands a perfect counter didn't get lucky. They saw something, recognized something, and responded with certainty. One is guessing. The other is comprehending. To prepare for real combat, you need to train systematically. Not as isolated moves, but as a complete physical vocabulary. Position by position, action by action. Build a foundation that actually supports something. Learn to recognize conditions, not just techniques, but the situations that make techniques appropriate. Learn what to look for, when to look for it, and what it means when you see it. Learn to respond with certainty, not hope, not luck, not see what happens, but genuine comprehension of what's happening and what to do about it. That's the difference between fitness and combat preparation. That's what real training looks like. Stop training for a workout. Start training for comprehension. That's the only path to real combat readiness.